Yo, what is up, y'all? So I'm doing this little, I guess you could say a little get ready with me. I'm just doing a little paint. Look a little crazy because I got my little color corrector on, you know. Ain't got no foundation on yet. No brows ain't done. Bitch is giving very Oompa Loompa cunt right now, okay?
Pretty. Brown. Pretty. Oh boy.
Shout out to a little infallible L'Oreal. I've been liking this little foundation. Before I get started, sometimes people ask me like, oh, they want tutorials on makeup. Well, bitch, you have to tell me like, what do you want to learn? Like, it's so many different facets to like makeup and so many different places to start. It's just kind of like, you know, bitch, where do we want to start from? Like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, if y'all ask me like, oh, I'm trying to learn this specific thing, I'll do a little tutorial on it. You know what I mean? Like, not saying that there's not like tutorials already out there on a lot of makeup things, but I can show you like how I do it and what has worked for me. And it might work for you. I mean, y'all didn't see it because I did it before I got on camera, but I had already exfoliated my face. I already had put a little moisturizer on. And after I did the moisturizer, I used a little primer. And then I throw on my little color corrector. You know. And then I get to putting on my foundation. Oh, but after I put on my color corrector, I do put on translucent powder just over the color corrector, because depending on how much time I have to do my beat, if I have time to like let my color corrector sit and set on its own, then that's one thing. But when I'm just trying to get my face on, I put translucent powder on it, because what it does is it helps to set that, so that your foundation doesn't mix and be turning from brown to orange, in my case, you know. So, and y'all might be like, damn, bitch, you put on a lot of foundation. No, bitch, this is enough for me. You gotta remember, a bitch got testosterone running through the veins. Running through the body, honey. Oh, is that a little bump? Running through the body, honey. So I gotta cover that up, honey. 5 o'clock shadows, hyperpigmentation, all of that. My thing about wearing beat is like, yeah, you can do the subtle, quote unquote, natural look and all of that, baby. But it's just like, for me, it's given very much, if you gonna do it, bitch, just go ahead and do it, honey. Go ahead and fucking do it. You know, so, you know, make yourself happy with this self-expression, because this is all what makeup is. It's just self-expression. Yes, certain people start to wear it for different reasons, maybe because they feel insecure about certain blemishes or certain features that they want to hide, and other ones that they want to try to enhance and stuff. Side note, get your ears, bitch. Your ears aren't exempt from a beat. But yeah, it's to make yourself happy, bitch. Like, yeah, there are makeup trends and all of that shit, but they're trends. A lot of this shit, like, fades, and who's to say like 3 or 4 years from now we still gonna be worried about eyebrows and like really chiseling out eyebrows? Because you know how stylists be on the red carpet, you know, we used to be really about a chiseled brow, but now we're about the, you know, everyday brow, the very like effortlessly, you know, looking brow on the red carpet. And then every bitch tries to do that. Then they go, then 2-3 years after that, oh, you know, this season it's all about the structured brow and the power brow and the... Girl, it is people wanting to try to be different, go on the other opposite end to act like they doing something different, honey. And but it's one big cycle, you know, with this like makeup shit as far as like what's in and what's not. So I always just say, bitch, just do what makes you happy as far as with makeup. Bitch, you the one that gotta wear it. Besides motherfuckers seeing you in it, you the one that physically has to walk around wearing makeup, which sometimes isn't easy when it's hot outside, when it's cold outside. Makeup has different ways it reacts to elements. And, you know, to stay looking like how you intended for the makeup to look all day, bitch, it could take a little work. It could take a little effort. Like, you know. And for me, because I have shaved sides on my head, bitch, I like to put a little paint. So it's just like seamless, bitch. It's just And a lot of people always be like, oh, you keep your hair usually your hair looks nice all the time, or you know, it's always cut or whatever. Like, this is a style. I like wearing this style because, one, I do this style myself. I cut it, I style it, all of that. Like, so, and I cut my hair like once a week, the sides and everything. So I can kind of stay on top of it, you know what I mean? And try to make sure that I get the look that I want from it. I gotta spray it. I just unwrapped it from sleeping, so. But it's soft though. It's like, you see as it moves. People be like, oh, is your hair hard? Like, be wanting to touch my hair. I'm like, first of all, don't ever touch my hair without asking me. I don't give a fuck if you white, black, Latin. Don't ever do that. That shit will get you smacked. But if you ask, usually I'll say yeah, because I pride myself with my hair not being a fucking hard ass helmet, unless I'm doing something that requires me to like really spray it down for some reason, like. But yeah. But I really came on here. I know I'm jumping back and forth. You like, is this a tutorial, bitch? Or what is this? Like I said, this is like a cute little, like, I guess you could say a little makeup beat. Get ready with me. And what I do, just side note too, like, I know you guys see me keep like pumping on my little sponge or whatever, but I put like little tiny like little dots, you know, that I'm putting like on my sponge, because I like to kind of like touch up certain areas. Like, you have to know like your areas that you might need more coverage. So I don't put the same amount over my entire face. I don't do that. It's certain places that I build up more than others. And see, this particular foundation, this is a drugstore foundation. Like, people be thinking sometimes that you need expensive ass foundations to give a look, and you don't. And especially if you're a woman, I would say 90% of the time, you don't have to fight the 5 o'clock shadows and stuff. I mean, there's some women that do grow facial hair, no shade. So that's why I ain't say all, but you you're not gonna have to battle it like me. You know what I mean? So if this foundation could cover you, could cover me, it shouldn't be a problem to cover you, honey. And I just kind of blend whatever I have on my sponge down my neck, baby. So you seen from Oompa Loompa to a little chocolate drop. You know what I'm saying? So now I am gonna do the first part of my highlighting. I was looking for my little LA Girl Pro Concealer. I like this concealer because I use it in so many ways. I use it as my where I do my highlighting parts at. I use it to cut underneath my brows. I use it to do my primer for my eyeshadow looks. So it's like I use it for a lot. You know what I mean? Like, so. But yeah, so like I said, I'm jumping back and forth. I'm kind of letting y'all know what I'm doing while I'm doing it. But that's not really the reason that I came on to this video today. I kind of came because I kind of have a little bit of a rant. Like, today is 4th of July, right? And I know I'm going to get tons of people that's going to hit me up. Some family members included. That's going to be telling me like, oh, you know, happy 4th of July. Sorry, when you be doing certain things with makeup, bitch, you gotta be quiet. You gotta be quiet, honey. Side note before I jump into the shit. So, sometimes people be asking about contouring noses. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty dramatic when it comes to contouring my nose. Only because I feel like I have a big nose. And even though all the contouring that you do with your nose, in person you can still see its shape. Like, you know, you can only like kind of hide it or conceal it so much. But you know, I like doing it like this for me because in pictures it looks snatched, you know what I mean? But when y'all do highlighting underneath the eyes, you don't have to do the triangle all the way out here. Because, bitch, remember, you still gotta pat and blend this shit out. Even this is a lot for me. Like, to put this much underneath my eyes and stuff, it's a lot. You're gonna be blending it out, you know. But for me, because like I have the shaved sides heads, I can blend it all the way up here if I want to. But if your hairline is here, bitch, you're not gonna have nowhere to go, you know. And then it becomes like your highlighter, instead of staying just up here, bitch, it be way down here. Like, well, damn, bitch, you might as well just paint your face and that be your foundation color, like your highlighter color, you know. So yeah, so like I was saying, it's 4th of July. I'm gonna get a lot of people that's gonna say, hey, happy 4th of July and all of this and that. And I've been telling people that, you know, especially the past, it has to be at least the past 3 years, maybe 4. But I stopped celebrating 4th of July. And I mean, like, being raised in the Midwest, like my family, we used the 4th of July for our family reunion on my dad's side, because, you know, that's a holiday that, you know, that everybody would get off, you know, for the most part, you know what I mean? And yeah, and we would honor like the bridging of like our families and all of that stuff. So it wasn't just about, and we had fireworks for for kids and things of that nature, and we would have the little game that you would have the little tennis ball, and you have the little mittens, and it has the Velcro, and it would stick. We had those and all of that. But for me, growing up, I always thought of it to be about our family reunion. But like, see, like my white friends growing up, like 4th of July was all about the fireworks, like it was all about what it's like intended on being celebrated about, and it just never was a talk about Juneteenth when I was growing up. And so coming into adulthood, it seemed as though, like, I don't want to say it was a fake thing, but like a mystical thing, And for those of you that don't know what Juneteenth is, Juneteenth, they call it the Black Independence Day because that is the day when the last slaves were told, like, that they were free. So, long story short, I ain't here to be I ain't quoting no sources and shit like that, but you could double check me. But, Abraham Lincoln, his punk ass, in school, we'd be like, oh, Lincoln freed the slaves, and you think Lincoln was really changing the game growing up as a kid? Fucking lies, bitch. So Lincoln, and I think it was like 1863 or whatever, he had signed something about abolishing slavery or whatever. But in 1862, had wrote basically to like the New York Times or New York Tribune or whatever, stating that what he's doing is trying to protect the Union, is his stance on slavery. So if it means like that no slaves are free, if that's what has to be done to protect the Union, then that's what has to be done. Or reversed, if all of them have to be free to protect the Union, then that's what has to be done. Or if he could just free some and leave the other ones in captivity, that's what has to be done. His thing was straight political. It wasn't nothing about liberation. Like, that's why I say his punk ass. Shit. His punk ass, bitch. But, once it came to, like, he signed this in, like, 1863, that was saying about, the abolished abolishing slavery. I was thinking of something else. Something was going through my mind. But like, yeah, so he signed this in like 1863, right? Abolishing slavery. So then, that really only took effect to places that were like, had been seceded by the Union. So southern states that were under Northern control, you know what I mean? But it wasn't protecting nobody. It didn't make it illegal for everywhere and shit like that, so on paper, people wasn't protected. And you know how people do with shit on paper. So imagine it not being on paper. Okay? So once it came to the Union, like, went in, the Civil War was over and all of that. And they went ahead and said, I think it was like in August of 1865, like, oh, okay, now on paper, like, slavery is illegal and X, Y, and Z. But the Union had to go around and enforce it, So Texas was, like, I think the last state that they went to, and that's where I was actually born, is in Texas. And then went to Galveston, and they announced, this is coming from, the head guy in charge, saying that slavery is over, like, slaves are free, they don't own anything to their masters, and X, Y, and Z, right? So they went ahead and enforced that with them. But it wasn't until, I think other states still had to, like, update their laws on paper. So it wasn't until really, like, December something that every state had it written, that slavery was illegal. But Juneteenth was a celebrated, like, liberation, because at that time in Texas, it was like 250,000 people still in slavery. 250,000, y'all. So, which brings me to today. About to start on my brows. Side note, back to the makeup. So I done did my little highlighter. I done over my foundation. About to do my little brows, sculpt them, and then I'm gonna set it with a cute little translucent setting powder. I love setting powder. Some people don't like to be matte. I'd rather be matte, go out into my summer day, because, bitch, it'll turn dewy very fast, especially in a humid-ass New York summer, rather than going out looking dewy and then turn into a sweaty-ass mess. So, side note. All right, back to, yeah. And, yeah, I got, like, makeup all over my fingers, so, bitch, ignore that, pay it. That gets taken off at the end, bitch.
So, hold on 1 second.
Some people like doing their eyes first. I've done my eyes first before, but I think that when you do your eyes first, then you got to be careful maneuvering around when you put on your foundation and everything else, because you don't want to disturb your brows and everything. Versus the way that I did it here, laying down my base and everything, and then coming to do my brows, I could kind of see where exactly my brows are gonna lay. And all of that. And I don't have to be as careful. I don't have to be as careful when it comes to getting them together. So it also depends if you're getting ready, about to, like, if you're gonna be fully ready. Like, there's times that I am pumping to get ready, and I know I'm gonna have to finish getting ready in an Uber. So doing my eyes first won't be bad, because it's easier to do it, stabilized versus in a car. So I'll do my eyes first, and then I'll just do the rest, Yeah, so my thing is nowadays, people are going in so much talking about, oh, happy 4th, happy 4th, happy 4th. It's just like, you celebrating this old ass holiday. And this is specifically towards black people and Latin people. We celebrating a holiday that didn't do shit for us. They do not do shit for us. Bitch, we were not free. And that ain't no exaggeration. That's not no exaggeration. None of that. It wasn't like, you know, after the Declaration of Independence that the people that colonized, you know, America or whatever was like, you know what? We don't need no more slaves. You know, England was making us do that. We was doing it for them. Bitch, we gonna start our own shit. This is how it's really gonna be. Everybody gonna be free. And it wasn't like that. It'd be different if it was like that. Like, oh, we turning over a new leaf. You know, shit, we was doing that for them. And, you know, the queen, whoever. But no. Bitch, they ran rapid. Oh, we're free now. Like, from them, now we can definitely do whatever the fuck we want to do. Because they was giving very much to me like, you know, we done moved here. We done whooped the Indians' ass. We done swindled them out of some land. Bitch, we done discovered this land. And, you know, we whipping these niggers into shape. Got them building shit, you know. And here, back at their motherland, you know, England or whatever, like, they wanting a peace. You know, they still want to control. And we over here, you know, like I said, whipping the niggas in shape. We housing them. We giving them scraps. Yeah, it might be scraps, but the dog could be eating them scraps. So we feeding them, we clothing them, we giving them religion. We want to reap our own benefits to the work that we're putting in. That's what 4th of July gives me, bitch. That's what y'all celebrating. That's what the fuck y'all are celebrating. And I don't get how you'll celebrate that when Juneteenth came afterwards. That's a more recent holiday. Shit. You talking about what, 100-year difference or some shit? It's just like, and then you have some people that I know are are immigrants here, you know. Whether you're on whether you're on a visa, a student visa, sorry y'all, I have to make sure this shit is even. Because, you know, some people be like, oh, your bro's supposed to be cousins or sisters, not twins or whatever. Bitch, I like mine to be identical motherfucking sisters, bitch. I like symmetry in my face. Yeah, but it's just like we have so many like people that might be foreigners or whatever, or immigrants, or whatever the politically correct title is, and I have friends from other countries that have told me, you know what, Neptune, I didn't know about that holiday because, remember, I'm not from here, and X, Y, and Z. And then, so that's made me be more conscious to be like, well, damn, if I grew up here and they wasn't teaching the bitch this in school, I can only imagine coming from another place, not really knowing, So I feel like that falls on the responsibilities of my Black and Latins to educate people on. And also, if you are moving to this country and you are looking to stay here permanently, you might, even if you're not a citizen yet, bitch, even if you haven't started taking any tests to work towards it, bitch, if you plan on living here, working here, staying here, residing here, bitch, then it's your responsibility to know where the fuck you're at and know the history of it. Especially, bitch, if you're skin tone, bitch, if you're darker than a fucking Angelina Jolie, bitch, darker than a Hillary Duff, bitch, like, you should know what the fuck, like, the history of this country. That's your responsibility. If you know 4th of July, bitch, you should know Juneteenth, period. I don't give a fuck where you from. Because at the end of the day, I feel like you have to look at it like this. If you were to immigrate here during that time, bitch, you think you would have been parlaying around? You think you would have been running around owning land, being free? No. No. And as a Black person, I say a lot of races, within this, I guess, 21st century have come here, and people are continuing to come here, and they see what America is now. But if you don't know the history, bitch, you're coming into it blind. Who you think was over here fighting, like, going through these things to fight for these rights? You know what I'm saying? Like, when no other countries weighing in on what America was doing to be like, oh, what y'all doing to them slaves is wrong. You know how America go, they put their nose in everybody else's fucking business. They got their fucking nerve, but these countries that people are fleeing from to get away from certain political things and all of that nature, coming here, those countries wasn't speaking up for us. We had to grab our own selves up by the bootstraps and fight, kick, and scream to get shit to change. And if Black people didn't fight, kick, and scream to get themselves free and fight for just the human rights and equality of everybody, do you think other races would be as accepted? Shit. Some of y'all don't even fight in y'all own countries. Y'all come here, which is fine, but if you're not gonna fight there, then who the fuck, if we wasn't gonna fight for our own place, who the fuck was gonna fight for us and stick up for us? You know what I mean? To make sure that we get the freedom that we deserve and stuff. So I'm like, don't come here dumbfounded, not knowing the history, especially if you fucking dark skinned. And when I say dark skin, I mean you could be Indian, you could be Chinese, you could be Japanese, you could be Hindu, you could be Guyanese. Bitch, if you have any type of pigmentation, bitch, where you're not white, honey, and when I say white, I mean you don't look like you have a drop of anything else in you, bitch, then you should know your motherfucking history. Period. I don't give a fuck. We need to be a whole lot more conscious as far as what we're celebrating and teaching the new generation coming up. Especially as like black people, like, and Latin people, because you know you have 4th of July and everybody, you know, from the hood and shit, like, you know, what you doing for the 4th? You barbecue for the 4th? Shit, nigga, you get it, you know, I gotta go get my hair cut for the 4th. Got send no girl go get her hair and nails up for the 4th. Baby girl get her little nails up for the 4th. You know, me and my little shorty, my son, you know, we about to go to get us some new little kicks and shit, like. We about to go get our hair cut and shit, like, you know, I'm gonna go pick up some ice and I'm gonna go pick up these steaks and, you know, and this is and that and hot dogs and the buns and the for the 4th of July and shit. We got. Now I go through all of this to celebrate this bullshit. But some of y'all be screaming y'all so motherfucking woke. But some of y'all be screaming that y'all so fucking woke, bitch. And what y'all teaching y'all kids, bitch, it's just y'all continuing the fucking cycle where they ass gonna be fucking sleep. Hibernating, bitch. Hibernating. Because you ain't taught them no better. You ain't taught them about they people.
Sorry, y'all. Let me finish this little bit.
It's not gonna always be the same every day when you do your makeup. Some days your hand is gonna be more steady than others. Some days your skin is gonna look better than others. You know what I'm saying? Like, some days you'll get your brows a lot more even than others. But my whole saying with makeup sometimes is to just let go and let God, honey. Meaning you can only mess with it for so long, so much. Yeah, once you mess with it for so much, like, child, it becomes like you become frustrated with with makeup. So it's just to go ahead and, you know, get it done, do your best, don't stress over it. Just step back, look at it, and be like, you know what? Let go and let God, honey. And you move on to the next thing. Now, see, I'm doing a little, this concealer is going to serve as my eyeshadow base. I do use my fingers for a couple of things because When you're working around your eyes, though, use your ring finger. It applies the least amount of pressure in places that are tender like this. But I make sure that I smooth it out, the concealer, so it looks really smooth. And then the part above it, I could just take my sponge. Remember, it still has like the, from the highlighter from before, remember that I used that for. So I'll just help kind of blend that, you know, blend that in. And right now it looks like I have a unibrow. It's just the way that I do my brows at first, you know. I do it like that. They're really not connected. It just looks like it, but because when I cut it underneath, I do that to make sure that they're like kind of like hitting from the same angle, you know, so. But I just take the sponge. And I'm pushing them back to where they should start at. Right. Right. So this one, they kind of turn into more like, you know, sisters. So now that I done did that, I've been moving kind of slow because I've been talking to y'all, but translucent powder. Baby. Pack her in over everywhere that I did the liquid. I actually like to put this on sooner. But like I said, since I was talking, it kind of slowed me down. But the idea is to go ahead and put this on, bitch. So that shit sets. And she don't move. She don't glide around. You know what I mean? I even put this up in my hair. Anywhere that I put that liquid at. Or my cream or whatever. And now this particular stage of powdering, I feel like is the most important, because this is where this is the one that's like that first and main layer of protection, you know. Yes, even under that eye, where we put that base, yeah, you wanna, cause it's gonna help hold the base of, you know, for your for your eyeshadow. Okay, so now I'm going to my powder components, which are like coinciding colors. This I'll be using like a little black radiance pressed powders. So where I did like my highlight color, and if you notice, I didn't do a cream contour, only because I really can never find a cream that's dark enough. But I am gonna try a Juvia's Place, because Juvia's Place just came out with concealers, and bitch, they shit looks official. But I personally wouldn't be contouring with liquid or cream on an everyday basis. There's just a extra step to have to blend out, and then that would be more for like special events, X, Y, and Z. But I will be trying the Juvia's Place, so I'll be letting y'all know what I think about that. But I say all that to say, I use a highlighting powder, I use a contouring powder, and then I have like a special like in-between color that like marries everything together for that. So, but yeah, back to the regular scheduled programming, honey. I just feel like as a Black and Latin community, it is our responsibility to educate, especially our young, our kids. We can't keep waiting for them to teach them in school. The fuck? That's why when people are like, I love history. I love history at school. Why? Especially you being Black and Latin. You ain't even get a chance to learn about yourself. That's why sometimes too, even going off on a tangent, when I look at people being in uproar about the kids being held from the border, I'm not surprised. Like, I am not surprised. Like, I mean, I'm sure other countries has ways of finding out what's going on over here. Like, you didn't know who we had in office? You thought he was compassionate? And that goes again to not knowing the history of where you're trying to go. You see how they damn treated us for hundreds of years. Shit we still struggling with. And bitch, we're citizens. You see how they did the Indians? Shit, the Indians was like chilling over here watching them show up on the boats, like unloading human cargo. Like, what the fuck is the tea? Bitch, we already live over here. This spot already taken. I don't know why y'all shocked that this shit is happening. When you have people that still have ideology about, you know, one race being more superior than the other, more deserving than the other, and X, Y, and Z. But I don't know why y'all shocked. People are gonna show you who the fuck they are. Administrations at all. I'm just saying, if you know your history about places, you will understand how they treat people, how they view people. A place that looks down on people that are of a different race, different culture, when they think that you are subservient. You think that they're gonna let your kids run up in this motherfucker? And somebody gotta take care of them. Somebody before they kids have that same opportunities that they kids having. Oh shit. Girl. Y'all gagging like y'all didn't know what the fuck was up with this. But it goes to know the history of where you trying to fucking go. so I just got done with my little contour. But yeah, like, I mean, I'm not trying to be negative Nancy. I'm just trying to use my voice and things that I've learned over the years to just help educate people, like things that I feel like the youth should know, that's gonna be responsible for making decisions when a bitch is like old up in age. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, that's when the trait, like right now I'm fighting for youth to have it better, you know, for when they grow up. You know what I mean? Especially my youth that are a part of my LGBTQIA. You know what I mean? And my Black and Latin youth. Because then it's going to be a trade-off that's going to happen when, bitch, I'm going to need you to fight for me. Because I'm going to be old, bitch. I'm going to be old, honey. Oh, this is like my little in-between color that I'm going between like my highlight and my contour and kind of marrying everything together. And some things might look a little harsh to people, like, when I say harsh, I'm talking about the makeup. But, I feel like once I do like setting spray and stuff, it like helps to like, you know, have everything like set in and really come together, you know. Yeah, hit that jawline a little bit, a little more. I kind of go over my contour on my cheeks just a little light, like just a little, but I definitely go over my jaw to help cut their jawline down, honey. But if I were to use a liquid contour underneath that, then I wouldn't have to like go back over it. It would be pretty like prevalent. But now I'm just gonna cut my nose, as I like to say. And some people might wonder why I cut my nose the way that I do, or like contoured or whatever. I do it like this because I used to do it where I used to make thicker dark stripes like how this is over here. But sometimes having so much shadow or dark contour can make your nose look wider. I don't know how to explain it. Like you can't hide the shape of your nose per se, but you can manipulate like the structure of it a bit, you know. So what I like to do is I like to smile and see, because you know, according to how you highlight and contour your nose, your shit can look crooked. Everybody's smile is different. So sometimes a person can smile and their mouth moves over here or their nose twitches over here, and like, so with makeup, I think you need to know and I like to smile, like not only for pictures, but I like to smile. I'm like that type of person, so I want to make sure that when I smile, my nose ain't gonna be looking like mad crooked. Once I go ahead and do that, I done like did my coinciding powders. I really packed the translucent powder on my nose because I kind of put a lot of product there, and I do not want that to move or shift. And then I just take just a light amount of powder and just kind of go like over the other parts of my face,
you know.
just where I put the powders at. But I don't powder this time as heavy as I did the first time when I had the liquid. This is just more so just by putting a little powder and just kind of spreading it out, you know. Just saying that I touched every spot, you know, just a little bit. But it's not nearly like how the amount, you probably could, I don't know if you can notice it from the camera, like the difference of the amount that I was using, but this is just like to say that I, like sometimes I'm just touching the areas, you know, but I'm not really adding any more powder on, you know. So now what I am gonna do, as far as a lot of powder, I like to put this underneath my eyes. This is gonna help with fallout, and I'll put it up at an angle too. Yeah. Cause I'm about to do my eyeshadow look. Put a little bit here on my lip, and a little bit here on my chin. And Right. Okay. So now I'm done with powder. I don't need no more powder. I know y'all probably like, damn, bitch, that's a lot of powder. But baby, trust me, this works. This is why I can go to a gay parade, pride parade, and my shit be sitting there and bitches be like, how your makeup stay? Like, cause bitch, I'm not afraid of a little powder, honey. Now, as far as this this eyeshadow look, I don't feel like spending a whole lot of time on it. I'm just going to always start with my brow bone. Yeah, I'm gonna really fly through this eyeshadow look. So forgive me if I don't really go in depth. I'm gonna be using a few palettes, so one is not superior than the other. I just already know what kind of color that I want to use in my brow bone. See, I need to shave my eyebrows because my little hair trying to peek through now that I'm putting powder on it. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time like talking about, oh, this palette, that palette. If I was using just one primary palette, I would, but I'm not. Like, I'm not using one palette in particular. Yeah. I love doing makeup on myself. But sometimes I wish I could just wake up, snap my fingers, and it'd be done. Where I'm like, damn, I wish I was famous already. I wish I had my own makeup artist that like days I didn't feel like particularly doing it myself, I could just roll over, get in a chair and let a bitch like beat me to contortion. And that's the thing about eyeshadow. Sometimes I look a little sloppy and I got powder in the inside of my mouth. Powder in my mouth. But no, sometimes that's the thing about eyeshadows. They look a little crazy at first. But you just have to bear with it. It's all a blending game. The more time that you have to do the eyeshadow and like blend and kind of go back and forth and layer and play with colors, that's the better the look is gonna really come out, because you'd be surprised once you blend colors and layer how much it actually shines through. Sometimes you think like, oh, I'm just going over this color and shit is erasing. Is it really being seen? You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah. And like I'm saying time again, I'm just like really moving to try to go in and put this on. So as you see, like, I'm kind of using the same brush. I'm not switching brushes really. And I use 2 brushes and then apply about 3 colors. So. And now I'm gonna use, because I have small lids, I like to, I guess you could call us a little cut crease. Yeah, don't be afraid of a little blush, honey. Don't be afraid of a little blush. Okay. Almost done, honey. And I like to kind of blend out my brows at the beginning part. I don't know why the girls like to walk around with blocky brows. All hard at the beginning of the brow. It's like, bitch, use that spoolie, bitch. Blend that shit out. Woo. Okay. Now I still have to put on liner and my.
Oh shit. Fuck.
Spill the flour everywhere. Damn water everywhere.
My ride is here, so I'm gonna have to go, but yeah, I have to put my little lashes on and do a little liner in the car and stuff like that. So thank you for enjoying my little rant, honey. This is my cute little quick eye look. I will show you once I put a little liner, once I throw my lashes on, up in the car, throw on a little lip and all that good stuff. And I would say have a happy 4th, but enjoy your day, honey. That's all I got to say. Peace.
Click, click, oh. Follow me, you crusty, dog face ass, Roxy ass.